So today is a prep day, preparation for our trip to Sturgis. We've got basically 14 days and a wake up before we're on our way to do our whole 2-week Sturgis trip. But the reason why I'm recording this is not to show you me washing my bike, which is what we're going to do today, but to talk about the ceramic coating that I had put on the bike at the very beginning, day one when I bought the thing, and then do a comparison and contrast to an area that was originally coated and an area that has never been coated. And we'll take a look at the difference, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I brought the bike into the full sun, and I'm going to show you what the conditions are as far as the paint. So now this front, the upper fairing, and hopefully we can catch it. So this has 8,000 miles since the last wash, and it has almost 25,000 miles on it. And we can see there's a lot of bugs on there, but when we do a comparison to the lower, you're going to see a smaller amount. I will talk about something real quick. As you can see here, this is what the pinstripe looks like after almost 25,000 miles, 24,000 and change. So you can see that there's some wear and tear over the miles that is impacted the pinstriping. There is some damage to the actual paint job too. I'll talk about that real quick so we don't get too wrapped up in it, but you can see that there's some ding marks, and chip was basically, or the paint was chipped off. So there's some damage, but you know, what do you expect after almost 25,000 miles? Okay, so here's the other side of the fairing. We'll get a little bit out of the shade here, or into the shade, and you can see the dirt and the grime. All right, so that's with the ceramic, and that is after 25,000 miles, and that is after 8,000 miles between washes. Okay. So now let's look at the lower fairing. So I had these replaced around 4,000 miles, and you can see that these never got ceramic coating on there, and the dirt adhered to it a lot more. Same with the crash bars. Yeah. So if we look, again, less dense to more dense. All right. Like I said, the whole bike had been cleaned about 8,000 miles ago. So I'm going to wash it, and then we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to do a comparison and contrast afterwards, and we're going to look at how much is still is on there and how much of it is basically resisting water. So let's go ahead and wash the motorcycle, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, I knocked all the dirt off, and now it's time to wash it. You can see there's still bugs and stuff on there. I'm gonna have to continue to work on that, but at least I got most of the dirt off. But so up here, you can see that the water droplets haven't really necessarily gone anywhere, but that's because there was no pressure behind them or anything like that, and there's still dirt on there, right? So it's still clinging. And then if we look at the lowers, there's still dirt on them as well. but you can't really tell any difference at this point. It looks like they're about the same level of dirtiness. So we'll go ahead and wash it again now that I knocked most of the dirt off, and then we'll go through this whole thing again and see the final-ish product. There's still other work after I finish washing it, but anyway. All right, we'll go round 2 here in just a second. Okay, I washed it again. There is some permanent damage, chips right there. So just be aware, it's to be expected. And obviously I didn't get it all, right? You can see there's still bugs and yeah, but for now this is what it's gonna have to be. But let's talk about the ceramic coating again. So you can see that there's still beading of water, Let me go ahead and give it a good rinse over again to get all the soap off, and then we'll do one more pass over and take a look at it and draw some conclusions. I already have conclusions, I already have an opinion, but we'll see what you guys think. All right, pause for now. Okay, one more final look. So as you can see, there's still beading and it's still dripping. That is where the ceramic coating was. And then if we look at where none has been put on, there's still a lot of beading, but none of it's moving, and there's some sheeting. So basically it looks like what it normally would look like without any sort of ceramic coating on there. Sorry. So again, the opinion is that the ceramic coating is definitely something good to do. It will not prevent chips, as you can see, right? It will not prevent chips, but it obviously protects from additional damage. And so I think, in my opinion, it's still very worth it to do it. But again, it does have a lifespan, so it's definitely in need of it again, but you can still see remnants of it. And yeah, so there we go. That's what we've got. All right, bike's washed. I got to go back and do some detailing. There's still some bugs, and that's not coming off without a little bit more different applications. So we'll go ahead and work on that later.